Right here on Hip Hop Connection, I have some very special guests in the house. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you right now, starting with this gentleman right here.
Thanks, Rod. It's X-Kalibur, representing for the DMV, Prince George's, representing for Critical, second to none.
Hey, this is Ty, a.k.a. T-Dot, second to none's in the building. I got my boys with me. Check me out.
Professor, Cut Above Productions, live PG County, bringing it to Hip Hop Connection.
All right. I guess I'm going to start with Ty. You know, how did you get these guys together?
Hey, Mr. Murray, I'd like to thank you for allowing my boys to come out here, man. Hey, these guys here, it's a special group for me. Right now, we're focusing on several things. You know, X-Kalibur, aka SDK, got this fresh air movement that he's working on right now, and he's working with a number of producers. And you got Cut Above Productions here, the Professor, who's actually producing some tracks off that project. So this is just one of the projects that we got popping off this summer, man, and it's gonna be like that. So look out, September, here we come, baby.
All right, I hear you. X-Kalibur, talk about your style. You know, how would you categorize your style?
Well, to categorize it, I'd have to go back to when it first started, and basically I would just say I'm a true hip hop student. I studied the craft. I loved it from day one. Never looked back since. I mean, the only thing that I ever try to do when I put music together is make sure that it's real time, it's real me, and you know, basically just keeping it on the hip hop level, which is neo soul, being able to distribute and say what I'm feeling and bring that to real life.
Cool. Well, since you said it started way back, tell me what was one song that stands out in your memory that you're like, I got to be a part of that.
Man, it's gonna make you laugh, but it was Mobb Deep. it was the survival of the fittest. I mean, I was real young, didn't understand it, but I just liked the way they went off of it.
Okay.
And then always Summertime Will Smith. I mean, okay. Classic.
Definitely, that's a classic right there. All right, now tell me about working with this guy over here. What are some of the songs that you guys have worked together on?
Numerous. We've got one of my personal favorites is called So Melodic. He did the Hip Hop Fiend. He did numerous tracks. Like we have 2 albums prior to now that we did where he produced on the Critical No Hesitation. I mean, he did that No Hesitation album was a good one. Right now, I want to keep us fresh, you know, before I bring out anything new. But just look out for that So Melodic, you know, and a lot of other tracks, you know, with our other camp too.
Cool. Now, X-Kalibur, as far as your production style, how would you categorize your production style?
Well, I pretty much grew up listening to everything. You know, everything from country to classical. So my production style, I can, you know, pretty much go anywhere. My specification, as you call it, would be hip hop, R&B. But, you know, I can do pretty much anything, you know. But pretty much hip hop, R&B, you know, like throw a little rock and roll in there.
Okay.
You know, that's what I do.
All right. Now, when you work with X-Kalibur, what kind of vibe is it in the studio?
Well, it's always a positive vibe. You know, we've been doing music for about 10 years now, and you know, it's always been positive. We go in there, it's just pretty much fun. You know, you bring a lot of negativity to the studio, you know, it shows in your music. So everything that you do, you have to be positive. You got to keep a clear head, and that's how you get things done.
All right, that's great. Ty, now having these guys together and some of the other groups, talk about some of the other groups that you're working with or some of the other artists that you're working with.
Well, right now, you know, like I said, you know, we got X-Cal, this fresh out project, this mixtape that's gonna hit the street. Then you know, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be hot. You know, we got Tone Kid, you know, Tone Kid, another one of the hot artists that's affiliated with Second to None. You know, he dropped that Make Room Cut mixtape that was fire. You know, and right now they're gonna have an album release party coming up for that Make Room and that Fresh Air. So we're gonna have a blast, man. And then we got Tone Kid, who's also working on his album, that Nun's Life 17 Chapters. Look out for that. And then I got my boys out of New Orleans. Yeah, I got Dulific Music out there. I got my Ace Boon Coon. My Ace Boon Cool. Let me say that again. Yo, my boy Spark Plug, man. Hey, this guy here is a real big influence on all my artists that we deal with. You know, he's somewhat some of the brains behind what happens, especially on the sound quality. You know, we real big on bringing quality. A lot of guys do music, and music is, you know, I guess what I would say is people are starting to just do things and not make music from their heart. When you hear my artists,
Right.
you know, you're gonna hear music from their heart. You're gonna hear their lives, their stories.
Okay.
And Sparkplug helps me put that sound together, the right sound, so you hear that snare popping. You know what I mean? You hear that drum and that bass line kicking. You know, so and that's what we're about. So you know, so those are some guys that I'm dealing with, and watch out for that Sparkplug Serve It Up coming. I got a lot of things. Hey, look, man, I'm really excited, man.
A lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah, hey, look, check it out. I got some heat out here, man. I'm telling these other guys, watch out. You know, from a management standpoint and just from a label standpoint of what we trying to do. We trying to put this movement together, create some networking opportunities for others, and we got this Jack and Beats project that we're doing. So we're gonna go out here, we're gonna jack somebody for their beats, and it's probably gonna be some Swiss beats, some some Kanye.
Okay.
You know, it's gonna have a little fun. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna jack them for their beats and
Well,
just.
you know, I think to kick that whole thing off, I think we need to do it here.
No question.
We need to do it right here on Hip
Let's
Hop
make it
Connection.
happen.
So let's start jacking beats here, and then you can take it everywhere else.
All right, that's what I do. Check this out. What I'm gonna do also, Rob, I think would be a good look just to set it off here is the beat selection. Get some feedback from you on the beats that we jacking,
Okay.
and then when we set it off here, you know, I at least like to have at least 3 to 5 of the artists come here and we just jack the beats to set it off.
I'm gonna give you a short list right now.
Okay.
All right, Rick Ross, Blowing Money Fast, Kanye's Power, and Drake's Find Your Love. Those are 3 right there.
No doubt.
All right.
You got those? Yeah. You got it? You got it? You my producer. You got those? Hey, I need.
Put those in the bank.
All right.
And then throw some old school in there too.
Definitely.
Throw some old school in there. Now, X-Kalibur. Oh, you got
Real
more?
quick.
Wait,
I
there's
got more. You know, Professor is one of my producers, and I also have 3 other producers that I'm real excited about. I got P Hits, who makes some fire. I got Ray Rico. Ray Rico is my R&B swag out, my pop boy.
Okay.
You know, you want to hear some pop? You know, hey, let's go get that boy Ray Rico. Then I got Schizo. I think Schizo is hands down crazy. Schizo produced that Treat My Whip Like My Lady, man, and that's that beat and the kick and I just think he ready, and you know, we got a surprise for you. We want to make a little something for you, and I think I should bring him through live for you.
All right.
And,
Well,
you know,
all we gotta do is make it happen.
No doubt,
Make it
no
happen.
doubt.
Now, some of these songs that Ty's talking about, you can check them out on Facebook as well as YouTube right now. Treat Her Like My Whip. I think
Treat
we
My
did.
Whip Like My Lady.
Yeah, I think we got that one. Treat My Whip Like My Lady. So, you know, we got some stuff on Facebook and YouTube, so y'all can check that out. Going to my man X-Kalibur. When people, you know, listen to the CD, what do you want them to bring from it?
Well, just exactly the self-titled thing, you know, fresh air. I want them to be able to feel like there's actually some music out there with originality and still have a very well-known sense of where it was at one point. And,
Okay.
and by saying that, I mean having that same type of feel that we were used to have when you ride in a car and you hear some lyrics, actual lyrics, you know what I'm saying, and good beats. Not just good beats, but great beats, you know.
Okay.
And just basically being able to make songs and not just sing-alongs.
And when you perform, what do you want the audience to take away from an X-Kalibur performance?
Just the energy, and just like every show I start off with saying, you know, I got too much love to hate.
Okay.
And I just try to spread that motto. You know, every time I do anything on stage or whether I'm just somewhere, I spread that love. Because everybody needs to give that, you know, get it and give it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I mean, that's the only thing you ever get from me is energy, a good show as far as like what to expect, you know,
right.
and just that love, man.
Cool. Well, we're going to get some of that in a few minutes after I find out how people can get these projects. Where do they need to go? Where do they need to find? Where can they find the information on all of these different projects you're working on?
I mean, you can check it out, man. You can hit up that www.secondtonone.com. That's that number 2ND, number 2NUNN.com. You can catch it on their MySpace page, Team Scab, SCAV, .com. You can hit them up on the X-Kalibur Facebook page. You can hit them up on the Team Scav, the Critical, and the Second to None Reverb page, where you can go out there and you can create a widget or a banner and spread